3 teams still alive in playoff action.
Half the holiday season for these teams. We're not used to having 3 teams still alive. We're not used to usually having 1 team. Now we have 3 teams, so it's triple the pleasure. Here it is December, and for the first time ever, Sam Sirianni's getting ready for a second-round state playoff game. You can say applause all the way around for the Green Wave. They're the first Fort Myers team ever to make it this far in the playoffs. They'll travel to Largo Friday night for the Class 4A second-round game. Sirianni called Friday night's win over Bradenton Southeast the biggest of his 23 seasons as the Waves head man. Now, things only get harder from here on out, but these kids have proven they're one of the state's best teams, and hey, they have as good a chance as any other team going all the way.
This game gets a little tougher because you're going up to another bracket. I think Largo does some things that Southeast couldn't do. And so it's going to put a lot of pressure on us this week, and I think we're going to be put right to the extreme test. But I think we can overcome that if we focus and get out and do our job.
For the Wave at quarterback, Rod Gadsden has taken the splint off his broken finger, but now he has a bruised ankle. Shouldn't keep him out of Friday's game, though. Well, Bishop Burroughs getting ready for a rematch of a great game from last year. The Vikings needed 4 overtimes to beat Frostproof in last year's sectionals. They'll play at Frostproof Friday night to decide who goes to the Class 2A state championship game. Tied at 20 after regulation, last year's game ended up 34-33 Verot, and Dwayne Thomas scored a touchdown, and Buck Ballou kicked the point after. Now, Bill Shields says he wouldn't mind seeing the same result this year, but he does have one hope.
Let's not go to 4 overtimes. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be very exciting, but let's keep it in regulation. Yeah, I do. I think when you get to this point of the season, you're going to be playing very good people. You know, they've won 10 football games, and they didn't do that by fooling around. So we're looking forward to it.
And Mariners at Haines City Friday night. We'll check on the Tritons tomorrow at 6. Pete Rose is going to take a swing at reinstatement next year. Baseball's all-time hit leader, who was banned from the game for gambling more than 2 years ago, says 1992 will probably be when he tries to get back in the game's good graces. He says then he'll try to get a job with the expansion Florida Marlins near his new home in Boca Raton. Well, it was a free agent free-for-all for the Dodgers late last night. After losing pitcher Mike Morgan to the Cubs, L.A. turned right around and signed Oral Hershiser to a $10 million 3-year contract. He went 7-2 this season. And to go with him in the rotation, the Dodgers signed knuckleballer Tom Candiotti, gave him $15.5 million over 4 years. The Dodgers, with all these trades and things, could be a completely different team when opening day 92 rolls around. Paul Holmgren has been skating on thin ice. Today, the Flyers coach fell through. Philadelphia, in last place in the NHL's Patrick Division, fired Holmgren today and replaced him with former WHA coach Bill Dineen. Another coach is on the way up, but by his own choice. Del Harris resigned as head man of the NBA's Milwaukee Bucks today, saying he wants to devote more time to his duties as team vice president. Harris's top assistant, Frank Hamblin's been named to replace him. Also, the Vikings, Jerry Burns has announced this is going to be his last year. They're 6-7 and play at Tampa Bay Sunday night. And if you think life as a sports photographer is pretty easy, let me show you something. Our own Pat Maher recently became part of the action at a Miami Heat game. He was rather rudely introduced to Miami's Steve Smith on the baseline, and then I've fallen and I can't get up.
Poor Pat.
He stayed with it, though. Good job.
All right, thanks.